Focus me. Okay, that looks good. Me and computer. Yeah, that look good. All right, me and homie. Me and homie look good. That look good. Okay, so back to this. Hey, what's good, people? My bad. Hey, what's good, people? Whether you're able to work in between class while you're working out or sitting on your ass, I want to welcome you to the CharlieGtv Podcast. And it's a hell of a show we got here lined up here for you today, man. It is April 12th, you know what I mean? And the weather act like you don't know it's supposed to be warm. Like there was like just hail like last week. It's ridiculous. This Michigan weather is really an abusive relationship to have with Mother Nature to a degree. You know what I mean? Like as much as we don't get any natural disasters over here for real, for real. Like we just get overall just bitchy attitude from the weather. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, we're gonna talk about the music industry today. We're gonna talk about how, guys like Diddy make us feel about the industry now. We're gonna talk about so much here today, being independent, music videos, dancing, a whole lot. But before we get into all of that, I gotta introduce the lovely artist that we have here today. Very talented young man. All right, so what did I have? Yeah. Please, listen. This guy is a Ohio native. You know what I mean. He's an independent artist. They tried to sign him. He tried to get wiggled out of it. He has his own story to tell. He's a very talented young man, and all the music that I've heard lets me know that he does care about his craft. I would like you guys to please give a warm welcome to the young, passionate brother, Känoë The Artist. Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, y'all?
Where the fuck is the? I forgot what the. My bad. I couldn't get. I forgot to set up the sound effects. My bad. My bad. The applause. My bad. I had this different sound pad. There's so many things you forget something, man. Dang. Now I gotta go figure out how to turn off that other one. My bad. All right. My bad.
You live and you learn, man.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming out here today, man.
For sure.
So we start every podcast with what I call the watch this week.
Okay.
So it could be a TV show, a movie, or it could be a YouTube channel, or it could be like story time of something crazy happened this week. You know what I'm saying? But like normally it's like a recommendation for the people, like what you watch, or what would you recommend for them to watch? So what would you say was your watch this week? What would you watch this week that you can remember?
Well, me, I'm a person, I like watching like interviews of like different independent artists. So I would say this week, and I never really dove into this artist like journey, but I really dove this week into Young Dolph situation.
Young Dolph.
So like, and I was just watching like how he was just like in his earlier interviews, like before like the Breakfast Club, like the upcoming interview.
Yeah.
Cause them is where like I feel like the game really be on the independent journey.
Yeah.
And I was just watching like, all the gems he was dropping like in all of his early clips this week. So that's what I watched this week.
That's dope. Shout out Young Dolph, man. R.I.P. man.
Yeah, rest in peace, Young Dolph.
Yeah, man. Just shout out homie, man. But yeah, that's really dope, man. My watch this week, man. Listen, I got trapped. I don't know. The ad got me. I ended up listening to it because I work a lot, so I couldn't really like sit down and watch a show OD. You know what I mean? Even though I watch YouTube videos a lot sometimes, but I might have them in the background or whatever. There's this audio thing that they came out with called My Vampire System. I don't know if you've seen an ad for it, like Quinn with the. I'm sorry, I got caught up listening to this shit with the vampire dogs, man. I'm over here listening to the vampire. I'm at work, you know what I mean. In the fact, I'm listening to the vampire joint, you know what I mean. So shout out to My Vampire System, man. I listen for whatever reason. It is a good story. It is a good story. I don't know who put that thing together, but they got in their bag with that. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing. So shout out to the vampires.
Not for sure.
Shout out to the vampires. I have been watching that. You know what I mean? So what was it like for you growing up, man? Was it a single parent household? Did grandma raise you? You know what I mean? Did you have a lot of brothers and sisters? What was it like?
So in my household, it was a single parent household, but like mainly like all the women in the family came together and raised all the kids. So it was my mom, my auntie, my granny a little bit. But she just watched us, you know what I'm saying? So like my granny was a lot older and everything before she passed. And then like she just, like all the grandkids would love the granny, but like with my mom and my auntie and everything, they just, I don't know, like they were the mother and the father of all like everybody. So like they just came together. Like it was times where like we would all go grocery shopping together and like they would combine food stamps. So like for real, like it was really like that.
They're like the Avengers, that's what.
Yeah. So like I ain't gonna lie, like I used to hate taking groceries upstairs because like we stayed in an apartment, so it's like and it was like a 3-story apartment. So like my mom used to have to like, oh my God,
to carry them bitches,
man. Then you the only boy in the house, and it's like, bro, like
you
gotta do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, they give you all the milk, all the milk. You carry. That's crazy. That's amazing though.
That was really my life. But then my mom like really put me like early like in music. Like the first person I knew in music was Michael Jackson.
Wow.
And then like she was a Motown head, like, and then my mom's a singer too, naturally. So like,
but you was born in Ohio. You grew up in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it still, of course, had that Motown influence.
Yeah,
right there. That makes.
Because like Toledo, like they would like people would normally say Toledo was supposed to be a part of Michigan. At least that's what I was told. I kind of believe it, but then I kind of don't. Because we just got a melting pot of everybody. Like it's like a Midwest melting pot. Like you got people from Chicago, you got people from Detroit, you got people from like Cleveland. Like everybody just, it's a melting pot in Toledo, like of everything.
That's
so
crazy.
Like, yeah, I was born in Toledo.
Yeah, so so you grew up with a lot of ladies, a lot of sisters, a lot of mothers and aunties. Really, I'm glad, but that still sounds like a supportive structure for the most part. What you call it? So who were you in high school? What kind of kids you hang out with? Was it the nerds? Was it the athletes? Was it the popular kids, the emo goth crowd? You know what I mean? Was you rocking alone? Who was you? Who was you hanging out with? Who was you in high school?
In high school, it was more like I was the person that was just like the in between. Everybody is like, you ain't too lame, but you ain't popular neither.
Yeah.
So it was like I was in between everything. Like I had a little bit of everything. I was like an athlete, but I was really smart.
Yeah.
But my sense of humor got me through like all the crowds. So it was like I was just a person that just kind of like coasted. And like I ain't really had no problems in high school and everything. So
what kind of sports did you play?
I ran track, I ran cross country.
I ain't never racing you then.
Nah, like now you get me. Like I ain't in that shape. I wish I'm still in that shape, but that's that type of track shape is like,
you learn
bro.
that form young. Because I be racing people for fun sometimes because I'm faster than I look. So most times I always beat them in the first race because they always underestimate me. You know what I mean? And then I come out even long past they don't expect me to, but I go 110% from the get go.
Nah, for real.
You know what I mean? But so most times I would, but I do not. I always ask people that did track, but I do not race people that did track though. Y'all built different. Even when y'all think y'all forget it, y'all get into like, nah, dog.
Man,
anybody that done did that shit, I respect it, dog. They run different, dog. I'm telling you.
Man, track people, man. I had some of the best times of my life in high school when I was like in track. And it was just like, I don't know if it was the girls, like, but it was just like when we go and like compete in different places, like you just meet all type of different people. And I don't know, me being, and also I was the type of kid that was like, I was always in the house. Like I ain't come outside for nothing.
So like the extracurriculars help.
Yeah, it helped me be more social.
Yeah, necessary. I feel you on that. I was what was I thinking about? Yeah. Some of the extracurriculars I did was strategic with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I did football. I love football, man. That was my thing, right?
I played football my senior year.
Yeah, but I'd also played volleyball for 2 years. You know what I mean? See, I was on the male volleyball team. Yeah, first of all, volleyball is fun. That's number one. Number two,
not for real.
The boys' team would always practice with the girls' team. There was one coach for both teams.
Nah, that's crazy.
And if you know what the girls and volleyball, they were nice little shorts of it. It wasn't a bad time. It wasn't a bad time.
Man, you had a volleyball girl in high school. You was the man.
And I was in close proximity. I ain't gonna say I had one, but I I had a lot of close encounters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What you call it? And then the other thing I did, I danced salsa for 2 years in high school. Yeah, you know what I mean. We had to do a performance or two too, so I know what it's like to try to remember some steps. Try to remember some
choreo.
All right, turn there. All right, to the dip. All right, cha on these niggas.
Oh, wait.
right, real talk. You know what I mean? To the beat and the rhythm and shit. So I was like impressed when I was seeing you. You was getting your dance on with the dance team.
Man.
You know what I mean? So tell me about your dancing, man. And do you know? This question I hate asking because I need somebody to teach. I gotta pay for lessons, I guess. Do you know how to hustle, man?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh fuck. Everybody knows how to.
Well,
do
it depends.
This shit.
It depends though, because Detroit got a bunch of different hustles like that I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I just learned the what was that one hustle? I just learned that like. What was it? Last winter? I learned that one. I was like, okay, that's new. That's new to me. But it's real easy though. Like I could pick up on it like that. But it's bro, like I don't know what it be, but it be this. I see this group often. They be at like special events though. And they be having like new hustles, like alternate versions of a hustle that I never seen. Like,
so these are the guys I
Detroit,
gotta stop.
man.
So if I stop those guys, new hustles will stop popping up.
Yeah.
Stop making, all right, those are the guys.
But I don't know. They real more like advanced though with they steps. They add like a couple steps before the actual step you're supposed to take. So yeah, they them. If I knew who they was, I would say who they was. But like I see them a lot.
I thought I was black till I moved to Detroit. You know what I mean? I thought I was black till I moved to Detroit, and then I realized, nah, I'm something else. Y'all to Detroit, they black, man. First of all, I never even had greens till I moved out here. You know? Yeah. He's like, you never had greens? Nah, and I still only had it like about 4 times. You know what I mean? I never even had greens till I moved out here. You know what I'm saying? And sausage and biscuits as a breakfast item does not exist in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of things I do out here that don't exist. You know what I mean? And never in life, I've been to a lot of parties in New York. Never in life, never not one time did niggas get up and start dancing in unison. When the first time I seen that shit, I was like, do y'all know each other? It's a family when you went to what's good? And then it happened at every party I've ever been to in Detroit. Man. And I'm like,
all it take is one person to start it.
Like, dog.
All it take is one person to start it, and I bet you like 5 other people gonna join it. Then another 5, then the whole club doing it. Like I've seen it. I've been the person that started that. I've been the person that started that. Like I get the. And then all of a sudden, I see somebody behind me. Yeah. And then it's like,
here they go. There they go.
And it started just like that.
Doing this shit.
Yeah.
Shout out my nigga Dion, man, because he a big boy. But when he hustling, my nigga smooth with it. Big boy smooth with it. He be making his steps, man. I be like, yo, I hate y'all, dog. I'm like, what are y'all on the Temptations? This is ridiculous.
Nah,
how do y'all spend the time? You know, like, come on, man. Like I said, man, I thought I was black till I moved. I thought I could dance till I moved out here. I mean, I got to deal with this. I gotta deal with y'all all dancing like I'm killing.
And it's like they don't. I feel like they got like classes, but I don't know where they at. But me personally, I've had to learn on the fly. Like I had to learn like right then and there, and then jump in.
They've had hustling classes, but then I said, now y'all hustling me. That's what I always say. That's what I always say. Now y'all hustling me. Shit, that shit is crazy, dog. But I can't deny, man. Like I know whatever amount of girls you getting in Detroit, if you could hustle, you gonna raise that by at least 10 to 20%.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what
that
I
is
mean?
Definitely a gym.
For sure.
You ain't never got to dance in life, but if you know at least 2 hustles, and you start one of them, it's over.
Yeah, dog.
Good.
For real.
You leave it with somebody.
I done seen it happen, and that's why I'm so mad. That's why I'm really mad, because the bitches be there hustling, and the niggas hustling, and the bitches be hustling with niggas. They're like, I can't do none of that. I can't do none of that. I can't do none of that.
I be looking at people's feet when they hustle, so it's like,
over there
if I don't know how to do the arm work or whatever, it's like, all right, I'm definitely gonna look. I'm gonna get the steps.
Not the arm work. Oh no. This is terrible. Yeah, I don't know if yeah, man. One day I had a girl try to teach me one time, and she's like, I'm gonna try to teach you the basic one, and I was like, all right. I was not doing good, dog. I'm honestly, I'm gonna say there's two things I know if I knew how to do. You know what I mean? It would increase my. One is roll a blunt. I don't know how to roll a blunt. You
I
know
don't
what I
know
mean? There's so many. I do papers because I feel like papers is healthier than blunts and they can taste them or whatever. But girls prefer blunt. I've never met a girl yet that prefer a paper over a blunt. You know what I mean? So if I knew how to roll blunts, ladies would appreciate that. And also, if I knew how to hustle, I don't know how to. I can't do that shit. So
and you can take a blunt and then hustle and then put them both together.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's OD.
I know. But I'm trying to. But I think where I might be able to slip in is that I've been in my back. I've spent a couple years rollerblading when I was a kid, so I'm pretty good at rollerblading. And I hear that that's the thing out in the trail. I haven't made it to the roller rink yet. I don't know how freaky these niggas is, but when I was back in the day, I used to be able to skate backwards and then twist and do all of that shit when I was a kid back. I'm a little rusty, but I might be able now. But if y'all start hustling on the skates, I'm fucking leaving.
No, they do that. They do that too. I've seen that.
Oh my
God.
No.
Skating
so
has
I
evolved.
can't even just dance with the skates, and then now I gotta hustle with the skates on.
You got people that can, to me, shuffle with skates. I've seen that in Ohio. So I guarantee
I gotta be
do
usher
that.
with the skates now. Jesus Christ, man.
bro.
Skating
Skating has evolved. I can't do none of that. I promise you, I can only just roll. That's it.
They not hustling with the skates on.
No,
bro.
they're hustling with the skates on. It's like that. It's like that.
I thought that was gonna be
I've
my
seen
little
that.
loophole. I was like, I could dance. I know I could dance, and I know I could skate. I thought I'd be able to skate by with the skate. I thought I know let me just warm up, but now I'm like, now I gotta hustle with the skate. I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro.
Imagine everybody, man. Yeah, I done seen it.
At some point, I'm gonna just invest in some hustling classes. Obviously, I gotta invest in some hustling. I gotta let them hustle me for a little bit. So I gotta hustle. I got to, because it's like a necessity in Detroit. Like every party, a block party is hustling at the block party. I'm like,
oh yeah,
like every party, like every party, dog. Like,
yeah, you gon'
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. All right, so you mentioned Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? But who did you look up to now, or maybe then as a kid, as like artist or something like when you making music, who's some people that you think about? Good and really, even though I was skipping that question there, really like, are you a singer or are you a rapper or are you both?
I'm an artist. Most definitely. Most definitely, like, cause like I said, I've had this conversation with many people, like behind closed doors, like even with my manager, shout out Alex, like he was saying like, bro, you can really take it to any avenue that you want to do it. And then the fact that you write all your music, like you really have a lot of like talent. That's hard to like, you can't really put a cap on what I can do. And it's like, even with like the first single I dropped this year, which was a New Year, it's called A New Year. I was thinking the beat, like I told the engineer, and shout out Nate, I told him where to put everything. So it's like, I kind of co-produced that. Like I hear melodies when I'm like out and about, and I always like go to my phone and just like voice record it. So when I go to the studio, I can just pull it up like, all right, let's bring this to life and everything. So that's how like the first single came out. But then like some people that I watch or some people that I like think about when I do music, first it would have to be Chris Brown.
Wow.
Like that, like he's like the epitome of like, cause right after I got introduced to Michael Jackson, my mom showed me Michael Jackson. Man, it was like what, 2006 when I think Chris Brown first started taking off.
I say yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like at first I did not like Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Cause like he was just right there. Like people didn't give me a chance to like him. But like my mom, she kind of like eased Michael Jackson into my life. But like when Chris Brown came out, it was just like, that's it. Like right there. And I was just, at first I was like, I don't really think. But then as I got older and started like
listening,
man, I was like, yeah, he's my favorite artist.
Chris Brown.
Like all the time. Cause he could do the same thing. He could rap, he could sing, and he could dance. So it's like, if you possess all three of them talents, you would have no choice but to look in him.
And I do like him in movies for whatever reason. I like him in movies. You know what I mean?
Oh,
the little roles that he's done, I've appreciated it. You know, I think he should do more acting, honestly.
Most definitely.
But yeah, that's crazy. So shout out to Chris Brown, man. I respect that.
Also, I look at Wayne, cause that's the first rapper I listened to when I first started listening to like rap.
Now, the way you expressed how you dealt with Chris Brown is how I felt with Wayne. When Wayne first came out, I wasn't a fan of Wayne. You know what I mean? I was actually, because Wayne was in your face. Wayne was like that. He was like saying how Brown. So I was like, I didn't like Wayne when he first came out. Wayne won me with No Ceilings. When No Ceilings came out, I was like, all right. I was like, there's no way you could hit. I was like, all right. I was like, okay, fine. He won me over when No Ceilings came out. I still say to me that for me personally, because of how he won. When I heard on his track, bro, he said, nigga, we are so ready for the war. CARTER. Put the B in ER. I'm colder than BR. Add another 3R. Watch me like DVDVCR. I was like,
that was when Wayne was going crazy.
I was like, hold on, stop,
man.
Stop.
Wayne was just literally cut on the beat and just talk.
He said what?
Wayne was
said, I'm calling in BR, add another 3. Like, I was like, all right. I was like, all right. What little one? I was like, all right, dog. All right. I was like, all right, dog. That, the band from TV, like, there's just so many tracks on there. Like, dog, he went crazy on those ceilings. I was like, dog, you know what? I was like, no ceilings to this day. I think it's to this day. Like, no one's fucking with No Ceilings for real. Nah. The verses on there, the way he
just mixtape Wayne in general.
Yeah,
we ain't never gonna get nothing like that.
Nah.
Because he was just like literally just take your song and it's not your song no more. Like through Sorry for the Wait.
Yeah, and no one was able to do it.
Like legendary the dedications, all the dedications. But by the way, while we on Wayne, which dedication was his best one to you?
Whichever was the one that had J. Cole on it, that had that track Green
with the Green Ranger. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. All right.
You know?
What was that? 4?
Yeah, I was either 4 or 3 or 4. Or that was either 3 or 4. It was one of those two. But that one right there, that was the one I remember the most.
Man, I was just listening to that yesterday.
Yeah, like what? You said Spider-Man Sheets had a singing falsettos. I was like, listen, my nigga J. Cole got in his bag on that one, son. And so did Lil Wayne. Like Lil Wayne was nasty, man. It's sad, bro. The only thing that's sad about it is that I hope y'all realize what codeine could do to a great talent. You know what I mean? So all this lean shit, because honestly, there was a time when I was in high school where I almost tried the shit because Drake was out with the double cup, the Sprite, everything was dirty. And the marketing, listen, lean had great marketing. Hey. Lean had top-notch marketing on lean, bro. You know what I mean?
Right, like, bro. Everybody had a cup.
Everybody had a cup. Yo, dog, it got to the point where, no lie, me and like 7 niggas on the block, we went to fucking CVS, bought some extra strong NyQuil. Like we got as close as we about to get. You know, we got some
about to get fucked up.
So, got a lit tummy ache. All right, got a lit ass tummy. It's ridiculous, dog. And I finally found a nigga. I remember in high school, I finally found a nigga that actually had some. And I was about to buy it from him, but I had looked it up. And I was something about whatever I found told me that it was liquid heroin. And because of that, I was like, I don't want to do heroin. I want to do lean. I don't want to do heroin.
They're like, but that's what it is, man. That's what it is.
I was like, I had it, so it kind of pissed me off, and I haven't done it yet. So, and then when I came out here, I had another chance, and this was the prescription on the label. Like, this is the most legit chance ever. Like, I seen the bottle, like, you know, this is the shit, dog. This is it. You know what I mean? And my homie was there. He was just trying to. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. But I'm still kind of curious. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still kind of curious, but I haven't quite done it. But Lean had great marketing. Lean had top-notch marketing, bro. I tell you.
Future when he did Codeine Crazy.
Yeah, like.
I ain't gonna lie. When that song came out, I was like a shorty. I think. No, I wasn't shorty. I was a shorty. When that song came out, that's all I heard too, because it was Wayne. When it came to rap and like my family, it was Wayne, Rick Ross, Jeezy, and Future. And that's what it was. Like, that's what it was.
I feel that's crazy. Me thinking about music, honestly, right now, there's three artists that I think about the most when I think about me making music. There's three artists, me personally, that I know I think about almost every time I'm thinking about music, making music. One is Kanye. I know he's crazy, but I always loved Kanye's adventurousness with music. I loved his ability to experiment, his ability to always create like new sort of sounds. You know what I mean? So, Kanye and Drake for almost that same reason, for both of their versatilities.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? And I actually feel a rapper or a singer, you know, because I really don't feel the need for a distinction. If your artistry can spread to both, then you should express yourself in any way that the beat fits. You know what I'm saying? The vibe's right. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I love a guy like how Drake does his thing. He just does what he feels like on the beat to a degree. You know what I'm saying? So those two guys, and when anyhow I'm writing bars. Specific. That's what this third guy is, because anyhow I'm writing bars, I'm definitely thinking about J. Cole every time I'm writing
most
bars.
definitely.
You know what I mean? Because me personally, like today, he is like one of the best rappers that I've ever heard personally. To combine with the good beats, because there's rappers that might be way better. Like I've heard like Black Thought say some ill shit. You know what I'm saying? But you have to combine the good music behind it. You know what I mean? Because there's some rappers that are good, but then they can't make like a decent enough song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for as far as a rapper that can make it, but still make a decent enough actual song, you know what I mean? Like, J. Cole killing it.
I've always admired when J. Cole, like, when he creates like a body of work. I feel like him, Kendrick, even Vic Mensa, like Vic Mensa is cold to me. And it's like, I love how like when they get into that album mode and they come out with like a full body of work, it's like from the moment I start the first track, by the time I get to the end of the track, like the end of the track list, I should be like on a whole journey of what you done went through or something, or what you the message you trying to get across.
And that's another reason why I liked, that's another criticism I have of Lil Wayne, because it's like, and I told my brother who was making music, it'd be like, how could I listen to a whole album of you and really still not know shit about you? You spent the whole album, so you swagged your way through the whole album. I told you swagged your way through the. You listen, you understand the visuals, the you know, the painting the pictures and different things like that, but you're not really expressing any of your, because you're like this. There's a certain vulnerability you gotta have as an artist to be able to. And if you trying to be too cool for school, then at some point you're gonna be too cool to express what you need to as an artist to really connect with your fans.
And them be the best albums.
Yeah,
them literally be the best albums. Yeah. Like even Tory Lanez.
Yeah,
like
shout out Tory Lanez. He
great lyricist to me.
Yeah. He's grown on me. It took me a while to start fucking with, but I did start fucking with. A question I have for you was, you mentioned that you're producing Nate, right? I always felt like a major part of a rapper or artist coming up is them finding that music to work with, you know what I'm saying? Because that's something I've never had. Like, I might be a rapper, sing with I've never had any engineer with any music that I've ever built. Because I always say you got Snoop and Dr. Dre. You know what I mean? Or even Dr. Dre and Eminem a little bit. Or you had shout out Wiz Khalifa and Cardo and Sledgen. They came out with them, right? You had Drake have 40. You know what I'm saying? Drake had 40.
Big Sean and what was his name? Oh my God. Key Wayne?
I think so.
You had Future and Metro Boomin.
You know, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So that rapper producer combo, when they find each other, you know what I mean? Like, if they could click right, magic could happen for real. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed a lot of them have blown up in that way. You know what I mean? Because I promise you, I swear, there's no Wiz Khalifa without Cardo and Sledge, and how they made those beats that was on Ultra Dice back in the day, like or those beats that was in there back in the day, or Cushion Orange Juice, or all those beats, those sounds and everything. That's Cardo and Sledge, dog.
See, like I became a fan of Wiz when Cabin Fever came on, and I was like in what, 5th, 4th grade.
I was a big fan. This is one of the reasons why I smoke papers right now. I was in papers. I was cool with the papers. See, he came up right as soon as I became a stoner. Wiz Khalifa was like the head stoner at the time. Man. You know what I mean? and so of course I'm smoking papers most of the time. You know what I mean? Although I still appreciated blunts for social occasions, because it's nothing like a blunt. If it's more than 2 people, you really would rather a blunt than a paper, because it burns slow or whatever. But yeah, shout out to Wiz Khalifa, man. And I love the way he's also transformed his body, man. He's a healthy motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Is you know, you don't want no smoker Wiz Khalifa. You know,
that man look like a damn warrior.
Yeah, that
like,
nigga is
bruh.
built. You know what I'm saying? He been tapping into himself, man, and health as well. So he's looking very well off. Shout out to him, man. I love the vibes and stuff he created. You know what I mean?
Oh, but wait, before we even get to the next question, wanted to gift you some merch. We got.
Really? Wow.
I don't know if you can fit a large, but
I'm actually squeezing that motherfucker.
we got the new merch.
Shout out to them. Let me
got
feel
it.
that. Oh, it's
Got
nice.
it yesterday.
That's dope. That's dope. Thank you, man. Hey, what was it?
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yep.
You know, I like this. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So I designed the logo myself. I drew it and I sent it to the graphic designer. Shout out, bro. I forgot his name, but he know who he he know.
Yeah. Business, that's dope.
I drew it on a piece of paper. Sent it right to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit. I had tried to do some of the things for my logo, but I was dealing with this guy. I wonder if he even spoke English sometimes. You know what I mean? But yeah, what you call it? The next one, what time?
And we got a website coming soon. Actually, when I leave here, I'm gonna go do the website. We got a website coming up. I'm gonna have a store pretty soon, so everybody just be on the lookout. It's about to be crazy. But I have a whole catalog of merchandise.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Look, I'm pulling up his Instagram right now. Make sure y'all go follow my bro. You know what I'm saying? Go follow my guy right here. Here you go. Here he go right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all go follow my guy, man. You see the Instagram. You know what I mean? My guy putting in mad work. You see the merch. You see him moving. All right? You see him moving. All right? Go follow my guy, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
What you call it? So the next question I have for you here is if you had $1 million and you had to spend it on a house, would you buy a house or build a house?
Build.
You would build?
I would build it.
You would build a house? Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Well,
because it'd be certain things that I'd be wanting in the house that I feel like.
That was my next question. What are if you did build a house, what are some things that you would want how you would want to be special about how your house is built?
If I have just like these 3 things in a house, I would be set. I would never want to leave my house. It would be a gym with a basketball court, like a full workout area, and then like a basketball court next to it, like a half court, not even a full court.
Half court, all right.
A studio, obviously, where I do like all like everything, like music, even shooting like little like green screen videos, something like I don't gotta leave the house. And then I would say the last thing would be just like a room where I could just like have like where I could just be isolated. Cause like you got your bedroom, you got your living room, you got your kitchen and all that, but like your man cave is where you want to be at, like to be isolated to where you want to talk to nobody. So it's like I would say like just a room to myself where it's like, all right, when I go in this room, don't nobody come in here. This is me like just decompressing. This is my room.
I feel you.
If I had those 3 things in the house, I'm never leaving the house.
That's dope. That's dope. I understand the hell out of that because a lot of that is what I'm trying to want to build like a good production space. It's nothing like it. I mean, for me personally, I know like a lot of like I be having to remove barriers for myself. That's why I know I need a home gym too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I have a gym membership now. I'm like, I want to work out. Now I gotta change my clothes, get in my car, go drive to the gym, go get out there, and go. The idea of all the steps in between me going to the gym often leads to me not working out. You know what I mean?
That's
all
real.
All those steps. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, and sometimes when I want to make a video, right? I'm like, yo, I want to make a video, but now I gotta get the tripod, get the light, set up the thing, get it, as opposed to having a set just ready to go. So that I just got to click a couple buttons, boom, I'm recording right now. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to having a workout thing right there. I just got to change my clothes, boom, I'm over there working out. You know what I mean? So removing those barriers in between will like make me more productive, and I feel like will make me be more consistent in certain ways.
Right.
You know what I mean? So nothing like having it on hand in your house, man. I want to have somewhere set up with me to film, like. I want to have a camera just dedicated. Just don't move from that track. Like this camera do too much. I use this to live stream. I use this for the podcast. I use this for client work. I use the fuck out of the camera. Shout out to this camera does a great job.
It's the money maker.
I use the hell out of that camera. You know what I mean? But because of that, it's always like in a backpack or on the table, on the desk, on the thing. So when I want to do so, I got to take it out, put it on the. So it's like it just makes it more cumbersome to do the work. You know what I'm saying?
Not for
As
sure.
opposed to being able like it's right there, it's ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to have a dedicated production space. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to decide about the green screen. I was thinking about that. You know what I mean? I think the green screen is the way to go. By the way, I try to do it with a black screen, like with a black background instead. It's not as good. It's not as good because I like to wear black clothing. You know what I mean? And I was like, see, I got a black like this with a black shirt right here. Like, it's not good. It's not gonna do a good outline. It's not good. So just go with the green. Just go with the green. Even though the software can still kind of pick it out, it's you making it hard on yourself. You know what I mean? So I definitely recommend going with the green. Would you say like with driving around today when you in your whip, you know what I mean, or when you clean up the house or whatever, what is your hip hop to R&B ratio when you're listening to music alone? Is it 50-50 hip hop to R&B? Is it 30% hip hop, mostly R&B? Like what do you listen to mostly on a daily?
It
What's your-
depends like on what I'm gonna do. So like if I'm like in the mode where I want to be active and I'm up, like if I'm going to play basketball or some other stuff, I'm definitely listening like 100% like hip hop or rap or whatever, like just something to keep me going and like get me in that mode.
Some Boss Man Dealer. They on Court Center.
But not like I listen to like more. I listen to trap music, but I listen to more like hip hop, like where it's like a beat to it, like I don't know, like something that I could just groove to, like cause like it just get those muscles like for me going.
I see what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
But if I'm wanna like tomorrow I gotta go to a fashion show. If I go to that, then I'll turn on like some R&B.
Yeah.
Or like even just like some melodic, like not really nothing like too up tempo. So it really depends on like what I'm gonna do.
Depends on all right. So what age did you feel like you started taking music seriously?
I started taking music serious at 21.
21. What was your first like I don't know, cause I've been on stage before. It's frightening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Going live is frightening still. I'm more used to going live now because I've been going live so many times. Sometimes I forget, I get too comfortable on camera. I do dumb stuff and I forget that I'm on live and I be like, oh my bad. I'm on live. I be like, it's another day, it's another episode. I'd be like, you know what I mean? But it's like what I be telling people is like, all right, when you're doing your first 10 episodes, if you do one bad episode, then 10% of all the episodes you've done are bad. You know what I mean? But you do 100 episodes and you do one bad episode, all right, 1% of your episodes is bad.
Like
you know what I mean?
Whole big difference.
So whole big difference. So when you imagine once you go live and when you do it a bunch of times, it's like you care a lot more about the conversation, but at the same time, it's like you more relaxed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the end of the world. It's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Like so. You get that comfortability. So, but as an artist, what was your first doing it in front of people? Like, so was it playing your music in front of people? Was it going live on a thing? You know, was it on stage at an open mic? What was your first like? All right, I'm taking music serious. I'm presenting it to the world. What was your first feeling of presenting your music to the world?
Well, when I was younger, like more so in like the middle school days, like I was always a person that was on stage. Like any talent show, like I was dancing before I started doing like, cause I also have a background in poetry. So like all of my writing comes from that. Like I had to go through like writing classes with my uncle. And my uncle is like, shout out Mad Poet Society, by the way, because they taught me how to write everything. They taught me how to like put my writing to a beat. So like a lot of like I can take it there with rap, or I can get real personal and it hit hard, or I could take it to that hip hop, or that's why I could take it to the many different avenues because of those early days of me writing. So I'm saying all that to say is like I've always like been in a place where like I've always had to perform. Whether it was dancing, doing talent shows, whether it was doing spoken word poetry, which then formulated into now me being an artist and putting that all together. So it was like,
how do you respond? How do you respond to that energy? Because it is energy. Because I know what it. Because Number one, I gotta tell you because I've only experienced it like once or twice. I'll be honest. I've experienced the other side too when niggas booing us. They're not good, but the feeling of being on stage. I remember the first time, bro. It's like a drug, bro. I looked behind me like the second talent show I came because I had one talent show where I came out when a nigga announced. This is in high school. I was in high school, so this is a bunch of niggas that I'm supposed to like. This is high school, bro. It's high school. Then I came out and the crowd was cheering. I was like, "What the fuck?" I walked out. I looked behind. They're cheering for me. I was like, nah. It feel crazy, dog. It feel crazy to have a crowd cheering for you. That's a ridiculous feeling. You know what I mean? And going live in general, like it gives you this energy, but like you can either mess up with it, you know what I mean, or you can harness it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like I've gotten a little used to it enough where that it doesn't throw me off my game as much as it used to. You know what I mean? I still get that way with girls though. I still get nervous with girls. It's the most fun thing ever. It's the most fun thing ever. I love how it just like turns me into a little punk ass. I love it. I love it. Let me tell you I'm sure you've ever done this. So it's a fun game. I recommend all young boys, all young men go do it. So you and like two of your homies,
all right,
put on some good outfits.
All right.
Go to the mall.
All right.
And y'all go in turns. So if it was me, you and the homies, so let's say it's your turn. I gotta point out a girl and you gotta go talk to her.
Oh man.
Right? And then the next round, you gotta point out a girl and I gotta go talk to her.
No matter the girl.
No matter the girl. But that's why it's like if I pick somebody crazy for you, you get to pick next. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do you too crazy, you know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
you gotta go talk to shorty. You know, you gotta try to get a number. You know what I mean? I'm like, so listen, it is the most fun. Your heart gonna start beating so fast. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You'll be like, what am I doing? Oh shit. I gotta talk to her. Oh, fuck. Come on, dog. You got your outfit on. Come on, dog. Go ahead, go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, you really start seeing. You know what I mean? Cat's like, I can't. So you pick out a baddie. So you pick out a.
And I'll tell you what helped too. I feel like it's a plus for me when I do that because now I see it's a plus. Like being an artist, like it kind of teach you how to talk to people.
Yeah.
Because like I'm not a person like normally that'll just walk up to a girl and do that. Like unless I'm really fucking with you, like you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But it's like music helped me break kind of that barrier of like intimidation. Yeah. When I go up to a girl like and I try to talk to her, so it's like crazy. Because imagine you tell a shorty you an artist, they already thinking you bad. But then if they find out that you good, it's like. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The energy changed a little bit. So now it's like, I just need that little crack in the door to kind of like just walk through and it's over.
For me, I need liquor. I need liquor and I need liquor. They call it liquid courage. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? I swear to God. But the only thing that's been helping me for sure is like this other piece of content that I do. I do street interviews. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be on the street with it. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to be successful with street interviews unless I'm a little bit drunk. I'm not saying I got to put it like, that's not what I'm saying, but just like a shot or two, a little liquid courage. Because you sitting there with a camera, like on real life, on the sidewalk, in real life, and people just walking by and you trying to interview random people that you don't know in real life. So, hey, when I ask a couple questions with it, like that's the most awkward.
That's the coldest way. That's the coldest way.
Yeah, you know. So to be doing that, that's crazy. That's crazy work. You know what I mean?
Not for real.
You got to be like a social Superman. You know what I mean? Like to be out there just breaking the ice randomly with random straight. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what you doing tonight? You know what I mean?
Nah, for real.
Like, it's crazy. It's nasty work. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But a little liquor helps. You know what I'm saying? So, music video. How many music videos have? What has your music video experience been like? How could I put it? Like I'm trying to figure out like what is it like working with the videographer? What are these? Do they be trying to hit you over the head with this crazy price? You know what I mean? What is the process like of making a music video with your experience?
I would say the most problem I would have with making a music video with a videographer would be like just explaining my vision. Because you got to tell this person, all right, like I want it to look this way. I want these effects on it so that it can pop more in the video. I want it shot at this location. I want it at that, da 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 da. And it's like, I feel like the biggest struggle is like telling my vision. And it's like, it's really hard sometimes, especially like when you a person that like has a trouble, like you have a problem sometimes with articulating what you want to say.
Yeah.
And how you want things to go. Like sometimes like it gets hard. So it's like through time of me working with different people, like I just found a way to like I would already I would have to literally write down what I need. Like I would have to write down my vision and explain it to them. Like, this is how I want it to go. It has to look like this. Like,
well, let me tell you something.
I would say that's the biggest struggle. Like the prices and all that is like, okay.
I always say it's a production company that produces a podcast, right? So I have yet to. I've done some bullshit music videos for me, even before I bought all of these cameras that are for some reason still online. That I hope no one is hopefully buried in the catalog. Y'all never gonna find this buried back there. But anyway, music videos was something I've been wanting to. I have like one or two artists that I might do a video for. You know what I mean? But as a guy that's like, I got the cameras, like I got a drone, I got this camera, I got another camera that does good like gimbal work and stuff. But I would find that helpful. Like if I was doing a music video for somebody and they already had a vision for what they wanted, you know what I mean? So then I gotta be more just the executioner, you know what I mean, as opposed to the complete creator of the entire vision. You know what I mean? I just have to try to execute the vision as good as I can. You know, that to me is a easier job to do to a degree. You know what I mean? That has to be something I would prefer. I'm just saying from a videographer perspective, as opposed to like, yo man, here's his track. You know what I'm saying? I want a music video. You know what I mean? I just want it to be like dope and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just put a bunch of effects on it. Do what you do, bro. Do what you do.
I know you're gonna do what you do, man. let me see what you come up with, dog. When we shooting it, all right. And I'll be like, damn, he ain't give me no direction. He has no ideas. He ain't give me no. You want this, that, like, what is this video? like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta listen to the track and come up with my own ideas of what I think the video could be. And I'll be like, I call about, listen. So what we doing this? What we doing this? Because he ain't come with nothing,
right?
So, you know what I mean? So now I'm like, all right, now I gotta come up with everything. You know what I mean? So it's like.
And that's terrible.
And now it's like now, but I don't know if you're gonna like my vision for it. You know what I mean? Because but so it'll be easier for me to, all right, this is your vision for it. Now if I can make your vision come true, you're probably more likely to like that,
right,
as opposed to me trying to think what I see, because I'm not the one that made it. You know what I mean? A lot of times when I make music, sometimes I do envision a music video for when it's my music, but with somebody else's music, I feel like that should come from them to a degree,
right?
You know what I mean? Although I do understand that there's some music video directors that are like great directors that they throw their own little spin on shit when it be like a, you know what I mean? But
right. I would say too, even also, because I'm trying to dive into like shooting choreo, and it's like you really gotta know what you doing when you shoot somebody that's a dancer. Like that's something I learned too. And it's like I've had to explain to like different videographers, like, just because you know how to work a camera doesn't mean you know how to shoot a dancer. Because it's easy to shoot somebody when they're standing still. It's easy to shoot somebody that's just all right here, like in this proximity. But it's like, if I'm doing a move, I need you to know how to like emphasize that move.
With the camera.
Exactly. So it's like, that's something I learned too. It's like, nah, like just because you're a cameraman don't mean you know how to shoot a dancer. Because it's the most, it's a different ball game.
Yeah, it is.
Like
you know
sometimes you don't even need a high-tech camera. You could literally shoot a better video with just this, with dancing.
You could, yeah, because if you could use certain effects like that they may have on there, you know what I mean? Like head tracking is dope with dancing.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? That would make you feel. I always want to mix a little bit of that in for a couple of scenes because it's so engaged. It looks cool. The whole shit, it always looks dope. The head tracking with the dancing always looks dope. That's easy money right there. But nah, I feel you because like some of these apps they make it easier, but at the same time the quality. Like, I don't know, man. Like, for the camera that I want, I understand why these videographers be fucking charging OD, you know? But at the same time, I still think that they be taxing a lot. This should be ridiculous. You know, the numbers I've heard it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So, speaking of numbers in business, you know what I mean? So, tell me your experience with being an independent artist versus signing a deal. You know what I mean? I think you told me that they was trying to hit you with the 360. You know what I mean? Like, tell me about the Pooh Shiesty music business. You know what I mean? What they got going on over there?
So, what I learned is like, I think now, like when I was younger, like you will always emphasize, like if you an artist, like the first thing people would try to like make a goal for you is getting you a record deal. But when you open your phone and you see how many artists are telling their story about how the labels have tried to control them or have controlled them, you realize like as you get older, you start making sense of shit. It's like, I don't really want to do that. Like, nah, like you telling me that you basically telling me what to do with my music and I don't get no say. On top of that, nah, I'm cool. So like that's literally like why I've turned down literally 2 label deals. But the second one I told him fuck you. But the first one I was like, nah, I'm cool. Like, yeah. Because like and the reason was because like,
and what is it 360? What were the terms like? What were they trying to do to you? What did they for? What wanted you for 20 albums?
Man, so
20 albums, $1 million up front. Sounds good.
It's like they'll try to sign you for. They'll tell you the deal is for like. Because the last one was like 80,000.
Yeah.
But I would have to make them back like twice as that. Because like they don't expect you to go platinum off the first like little loan that they give you. So they try to make it like, you know what I'm saying, a return on investment type of deal for them.
Yeah.
Versus helping you get where you got to get to go. So it's like with the last deal, prime example. It was like last November. Or no, excuse me. Last October. Me and my mom share the same birthday month. So my mom is October 27th and then my birthday is the 25th. So my mom threw...
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
My mother and my father both have the same birthday.
Damn.
And you know what day their birthday is?
What?
October 28th. But go ahead.
God, that's crazy as hell. See, look. She's supposed to have it, man.
Shit crazy. Okay.
So my mom birthday the 27th, mine the 25th. So my mom threw a party last year at a specific hall. And, you know, I provided the DJ and everything. But before that birthday party, my mom is my biggest supporter at the end of the day. Like, when I showed her these shirts and everything, I'm like, I got this. She couldn't wait to tell everybody. So it's like she told the whole family, like, oh, Terrell got merch, Canoe got merch and all this, whatever. So they had all of that. She basically bumped into the engineer of this specific label. So I said, okay. Said person basically was urging my mom for me to reach out to them because they really wanted to work with me. They saw some of my earlier works. Like, they seen my skill level. So, linked up with them the first time. You know, it was going good. I was like, all right, I fuck with this, whatever, woo, woo, woo. But they tried to give me the right for one of their artists. Which I had no problem. I had no problem with that. I'm like, all right. But the money they was trying to pay me and the work didn't factor out. It was like they was trying to get me to do 6-hour shifts. But I was only going to get, what, $25 for that? And that was it.
That's ridiculous.
Like $25 an hour for that, for 6 hours.
For 6 hours.
But then imagine if I write you a song and it do real good. I don't get nothing off that. That's basically what they was trying to give me. So it wasn't worth.
You don't get no real credits on that. No. You gotta get credits, but you
nothing.
Don't get.
And then do like, I'm just paying you out of pocket, woo, woo, which is cool. I get that. But bruh, what about the royalties? What about the publishing? What about all of that? If I wrote this song front to back and you're gonna buy it, you're gonna give me like more than what we talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. That didn't go out. I said, all right, I ain't doing this. Whatever. Woo, woo, woo. Walked away the first time.
These bitches. I'm sorry.
Walked away the first time. Then it hits January. And this is the week of the Martinique show, which right there. Shout out Martinique. She put on a great show that day. Great show, by the way. It hits the week of the Martinique birthday bash. Same label, reach back out, but this time it's the owner. He reaches out to me. He says, "Hey, nice song, 911. Are you signed to anybody?" I'm the owner of such and such, which was the same label I turned down, right? So I said, "Nah, I'm not signing anybody, but I know about y'all." Mm-hmm. He like, "What you mean?" He like, "You ain't talk to me?" Or whatever. He was like, "They didn't know what they was doing, whatever, woo, woo." Yeah. It's like, "Talk to me. I got the vision." Yeah. I'm the person that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, you know, I respect that. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I told him the story about it. We met up. What was it? The birthday bash was that Saturday. We met up. He inboxed me Tuesday. We met up Wednesday. Had another meeting Friday. Oh, no. He inboxed me Wednesday. We met up Friday. And then he came to the show that Saturday. So in the first meeting, he like, "Man, I'm just looking for an artist with vision. I'm looking for artists to do this, da-da-da-da." He's like, "I was watching these videos that you had on your YouTube. I was listening to your music. And I just had to reach out to you because I see where you're trying to go. Mm-hmm. I like your vision. I like from what you had." And I was telling him everything about like the 911 shoot. Go stream, by the way. It was a song that I made called Homebody, and he really liked that too. So he could see that I could both rap and I could do Afro beats and all that. Yeah. Mind you, this is an African label. So in the meeting, he telling me about it. I'm just listening, and I'm like, the whole time he telling me about the roster of his artists, he's telling me like how much money he poured into this artist, how much money he did that. So he's trying to like basically get me to, "Oh, you got this much money for that?" Oh, like think I'm gonna go for that. But the whole time I was just listening. I wasn't even saying nothing. So he asked me when the next show is. I told him, actually, I have a show tomorrow. Boom, he comes to the Martinique show. He sees me perform. I do good. Tells me that day or that night, "Whatever you trying to do, bro," he was like, "I'm all in. Whatever, draw up the deal. You can put what you want. Give it to me by the next meeting." We met up the next Wednesday. First, he tells me basically like it's a label audition that I gotta do. Now, mind you, if I just did a show,
you just, and you the owner.
And then on top of that, your people tried to get me to do a songwriting deal last year, which I told you about, and which they know. Mm-hmm. Why would I have to audition at this point? So I said, okay, whatever. I'm thinking this is what, I gotta do. I said, forget it. Went through with it. Did a little label audition. Played them, 12 songs? Every song that I'm releasing now, he only wanted Afro beats. Every song I'm releasing now, he overlooked. And I just released again this week. But in that label audition, it was like 12 songs being played. Mind you, it's only one girl in there. It was like four niggas, including the owner. Playing the music, whatever, woo, woo. Niggas, the whole time, they ain't really rocking like that. But the only female in there rocking to every song. "Oh my God, this is dope. Oh my God." Every song. So I'm like, okay. I noticed that though, but they don't notice that. And I'm like, that's a gem. If girls like your shit,
that's what matters. Because girls buy merch, girls will support. That's what matters.
And imagine if I had all this at the time, which was already included in the deal. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. Put a whole deal together. And the people I even had a part of the deal was more lit than his artist. I know a bunch of dancers within Detroit. I know a bunch of like different talents like throughout Detroit. I was like, hey, they do this, they do that, they do this. I know these people. I know these curators of these events. They was way more lit than his artist. So I'm like, okay. I'm trying to show him that, but his mind everywhere. He like, okay, who's this person? Who's this person? All right, woo. He don't really care. He not really caring to hear that. But I'm like, well, ain't that something you would want to know? Like, if like I'm basically giving you a team. Like, you're not signing just me.
Exactly.
You signing also my team.
Yeah.
And if this is my team, we have the best chance of being successful.
Exactly.
Doing dancing.
Yeah.
And all of that. Like, I can put all of that together with these people. And then look at that. I said, okay, cool. Do the little label audition. He says, all right, you have my interest and everything, especially with the last 3 songs. He's like, I'm gonna send this to me in an email and I'm gonna respond to it. He said, I'm gonna respond to it by next Friday. Mind you, we on Wednesday. So we got a whole week. Get to that next Friday. I text him, I'm like, hey, I'm about to be at work all day, so just let me know when you send an email so I can reply to it and everything. So I know. He says, when I have everything ready, I'll let you know. I said, okay. Saturday at 3:30, he sends me 10 beats, 10 Afro beats. Then tells me, out of these beats, pick which ones you like. I said, okay. I listened to all the beats. They was all trash. All the beats was ass. Like, I ain't never heard 10 consistent ass beats.
Damn.
Like, they don't even sound like modern Afro beats. Like, they don't sound like that. Not even a clear melody. So I told him, I was like, out of all these beats, I'll probably write or pick 2 that I like. He tells me, he said, take the 2 that you like and write some to it, record it, and then send it to me. So I'm like, at this point, bro, you bullshit. Now you playing with me. So I'm like, okay.
That's mad.
I said, I'm not writing nothing until we get a deal. He said, I can't do nothing if I can't give you a deal if I don't know what I'm investing into. Out of his mouth. I'm like, what the hell is you talking about? Like, bruh, one, you tried to get me to do a song. Your people tried to get me to do a songwriting deal last year. This year, you reached out to me. I was not worried about y'all niggas.
And then
now you telling me
they had to do a whole label audition and play the 12 songs.
Exactly.
And now you want me to do more work now on top of it for like, come on, man. What is this?
I'm like, bro, you're bullshitting at this point,
Part of the
bro.
game
Like
is this.
I'm like, exactly. I'm like, bro, you're bullshitting, bro. I'm like, you bullshitting, bro. So like, and then we get to going back and forth, and I'm like, all right, bro, like, one, I'm like, which one of your artists is better than me? I cut straight to that point. I said, which one of your artists is better than me? Out of what you heard and all of the things, which one of your artists is better than me? Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to compare artists. And if I'm to that point, you piss me off.
Yeah.
Cause now you fucking with me. Now it's like you disrespecting my art, and I'm really nice.
Exactly.
Like I put in, this is years. This is not just.
You are nice. You are nice, and I give you that. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that. So yeah. So which one? So what did you say?
He tells me, "Oh, I don't want to compare artists," and I'm like, "Cause like, I'm like, is this artist?" I started naming his artist back to him. I said, "Is this artist better than me?" I'm not gonna compare. Is this artist better than me? You told me yourself you invested $100,000 into an artist, and they flop. They can't even get you 30 likes on Instagram. And I posted with 1.4K followers.
Mm-hmm.
I posted a video and they got 75. You mean to tell me that your artist couldn't do that and you invested $100,000 into, bruh? Not mention I've already done shows in Detroit. Like I've already co-headlined a show in Detroit and sold a room. I've already done that. Your artists ain't do that yet.
Oh my God.
Your artists not even getting themselves hot. They just doing bullshit.
Trying, yeah.
They told me like, oh, we had an artist that will party 4 or 5 days a week, which I don't know how the hell you do that because it ain't even parties every day. He'd get to the studio and just go to sleep.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like, how much did you pay him? We gave him like 40,000. I wouldn't have did that, honestly. Like, I would have been in the studio the same day. But I ain't doing nothing without no deal, bro. I know how this shit
And that's
go.
another thing, too. You have an artist like yourself that, like, because, you know, I always seen it as an insult whenever a label and them try to call, like, an artist, like, just call, like, oh, the talent, right? Trying to act like there's no brains, you just talented, so you understand what the fuck going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they often do expect artists to be on some type of narcotic, you know what I mean? Whether it may be weed or some
that happened
or
too.
some other thing, you know what I mean? So they
they was telling me like within that, they was like, all right, well, what do you do? What's your vice? I said music. They was like, you don't drink, you don't smoke. I said, I don't do none of that. You can't put no liquor to me because I don't drink. I don't even drink pop.
Yeah.
I drink water, juice, and tea.
I tried to get this nigga an energy drink. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying?
They were telling,
it didn't work.
oh, bro. They was telling me like, well, do you smoke? I said no. They was like, what about girls though? I mean, I'm like, who don't like girls? But when it come to music, no, ain't nobody in the studio with me but me and the engineer.
Yeah. But me as a record label, I see that as a more stable investment as opposed to someone who is on certain substances that could be on a slippery slope. You never know how much deeper they could dive down that with more income in their pockets as opposed to somebody who's not indulging in that at all. That's like less of a risk. So if you're doing a risk assessment, someone who is abstaining from the substances is less risky. So it's a better investment. So you would think that would be a plus. You know what I'm saying? But maybe they can see that as where it's harder for them to control you possibly. Maybe they don't like you being so clear-headed. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I started thinking because I'm just like, bro, like, there's not a weakness that I really lack when it comes to me performing in the studio.
Yeah.
Like, I can write pop, I can write R&B, I can write hip hop, I can write country, I can write jazz. Like I break it down like math. Like this is my vice. This is what I do. Ask anybody that know me. I think about music when I wake up and when I go to sleep. So I said, okay, y'all want to play with me? Cool. So I told him, I said, fuck you. I said, you take your little artist, do what you got to do. I said, but I'm going to just show you how easy it is to do what you talking about. So I said, all right. When me and him fell out, and I said, fuck you, I started trolling him, I ain't gonna lie. I was posting his artist, tagging him. I was like, you mean to tell me you put 100,000 into him?
Damn.
Can't even get you 10 likes.
Damn.
You could go to that nigga post, the last post. I promise you. I'll show you after this shit. Bro, you gonna be like, him?
Yeah.
Damn. You mean to tell me you got 34,000 followers and you got a blue check mark and you can't get past 10, 15 likes on any of your platforms, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy. See,
bro, we would have had a problem, bro.
Man. Yeah, you're not trying. You're not going hard enough. I understand. Sometimes it's hard. See, me, that's why my strategy. There's a lot of parts of my game that need to improve. You know what I'm saying? But my strategy of being multi-platform is what helps my numbers so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, even this here is streaming on YouTube and Twitch and Kick. You know what I mean? When I drop a clip, that same clip that I drop on Instagram, drop as a YouTube short on TikTok, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, on like literally on Threads. Like I can't.
And that shows the work. That shows
because it gives a chance to spread the audio of this podcast. Drops on the Apple Podcast app. Drops on Spotify. Drops on like 10 other different platforms. You know what I mean? So because of how much spread I put on it, you know what I mean? That makes the Googleability of it rise up because it's on so many platforms. You know what I mean? Like when I put this title, so I put the title of your name. When I put this title, Känoë The Artist, and that shit going on all the platforms. You know, it's gonna help spread. It's gonna increase the Googleability for sure because it's on 20 different fucking platforms. Real talk, you know what I mean? So that's how I've gained the numbers so far. Just consistent putting out content.
Which is what you're supposed to be doing.
Like since you follow my page, you see me. I'm trying to either between the voiceovers or the podcast clips or the things or the Freestyle Fridays. I consistently like every day dropping something on them niggas. You know what I mean? Got to drop something. You know what I mean? So I don't understand like how they. I mean, I guess it takes time, but I don't know, man. But Instagram is a fickle beast, bro.
Man.
Of all the platforms. Cause I've gotten good numbers on TikTok a couple times. Like just like last month I had a video. I got a pin right now. I did like 60,000 on TikTok, and I've had a couple do it right. Like even Facebook Reels, I've done like I think the highest I did on one video was like 20,000 on one video.
So.
You know what I mean? So I've hit a couple licks on Instagram. Is real stingy. You know what I mean? Even on YouTube, my YouTube short. I've had a YouTube short do 15,000. Have two do 15,000. One do 10K on just one short. You know what I'm saying? Like so, but as far as the algorithms, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's almost no way to gauge that. But that shit is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because like my Pinterest right now, it's been the most mind-boggling thing ever in my brain right now. I cannot figure it out because number one. Nobody posts to Pinterest. Nobody really gives a fuck about Pinterest.
Not for real. But Pinterest is so useful though.
Yeah,
like
it is low key used. Like I only use it for recipes. It's great for food recipes and finance like that. You know what I mean? But that's why I use it. But I would never like all last year, the entire year, or like the 12 months, all added up. I got 30,000 views on Pinterest. That was it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It was still I dropped a clip. Whatever. 30,000 views on Pinterest all year. And like literally just this month, like I'm assuming this has been 12 days, right? Like I don't know. So I just been posting on Pinterest consistently the same way I post everywhere else. Just I'm like, I don't care. I have a social media management tool that I pay for. What this is, and it's just a click of a button to add Pinterest as a place to post. So I post it all at the same time. How it happens there, but just this month, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened to Pinterest, bro. But Pinterest just started catching fire. Like, look, that's just this month, right? That's just this April. Why is Pinterest already at what is it? What does it even say? I didn't even look at it.
Was it 88?
88,000. 88,000 on Pinterest for no reason. What the fuck is a Pinterest? You know what I mean? Like
you at 80,000.
How I do 30,000? How I do 30,000 all year, and in 11 days, 12 days, I did 88,000 on Pin. And what is and the funny thing is that, yo, I've gained a couple followers, but on Pinterest I have fucking 12 followers.
Man.
So that's what I mean. Like the followers, the algorithm, it's like, that's weird. Like, how could you have 500 on Instagram, not getting as many views, have literally 12 followers on Pinterest, and Pinterest don't even allow you to boost nothing. That's not even an option on Pinterest. Nah. You know what I mean? Pinterest don't even let you boost nothing. So it's like, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Then I have had the same video, that did 60K on TikTok, did like 200 views on Instagram. And it's like, is it a good video or not? I who knows? Like,
it's a good video because you posted it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why, like, I pay attention to the numbers, but at the same time, I only pay attention to the numbers so much, because if you pay attention to the numbers too much, it will drive you fucking crazy.
Exactly.
You know, it will drive you crazy.
But then even how it relates to music, you realize, like, it's not really what you do, like, as far as streaming, as far as, like, because everybody say there ain't no money in streaming, but shit, you mean to tell me, like, I get I ain't gonna lie, I get like $3 a month from TuneCore. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
That's
I start looking at it like that, like, oh, I need to be hustling. I need to do shirts. I'm about to get like I said, I'm about to get a whole website and everything. But then I started realizing too, even with that, like, you take, I don't know, like you don't really look at like numbers like on social media. You look at what people do in real life.
Yeah.
Mind you, like, haven't really released music. Like at the time, like I did the show last year with I Heart Afrobeat. Shout out them. Thank you for putting me on the show. We sold, like, the room could only hold 100. I think we sold like 115.
Wow.
So it's like, I do that in real life.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
harder, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
like the
it's direct to consumer.
The engagement is what matters more. You know what I mean? Because like my mother, right? My mother always be looking at my numbers or whatever. I'll be showing my mom, like, Ma, look, I'm trying. See, I'm doing all right, Ma. Because my mother's my number one supporter too. That's why I love when you said that. Like, shout out to the mothers holding it down. You know what I mean?
For sure.
For real. My mother sings, right? She's an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
She just makes her music in her house. You know what I mean? She do her and her husband, my stepfather, they make the music together. He makes the beats or whatever. She has a SoundCloud, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. I believe in total she's only gotten maybe like, let's say around 200,000 views on SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
And me over here, I got 1 point something million views over the last year or so. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Bro, her comments, I used to tell my mom, bro, I don't care. I know I got 10 times as many views as you. I have never gotten the type of comment. You can't pay people to get the comments. The comments in her shit, bro, is ridiculous, bro. Like this is her SoundCloud. This is her SoundCloud right here, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is my mom. My mom got way more heat than me, and I always tell my mom, I was like, Ma, you might have an actual fan base. See, I don't.
For real.
I'll be honest with myself. I done got hundreds of thousands of views. I'm not so sure if I have a legitimate fan base. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think I just like post a lot and I'm consistent a lot. And I'm not even trying to play music. I'm trying to get to the comments.
Click the comment like highlighter.
Oh, that
in
right
the corner,
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'll click this one. This one got 78. Let's see what it say here. These comments be crazy. All right. Soundscape is whatever. Beautiful, powerful, ominous sound. I love the dark rock. Whatever. This person here. The melodies give you gentle vocals, wonderful song. I love hearing you sing. What the fuck is up? I'm like, what the fuck is up? What a huge sound, the bass drum. What is it? It's so powerful. Spine tingling progressions and dark set. What the fuck? I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her comments like, who? What the fuck is this? I've never seen comments like this, bro. You know,
Bruh,
and I'm like,
that's a real fan
I'm
base.
like, bro. I'm looking at another with random, so random. I'm picking random. Let me see what we call it. Amazing joint here, always on top, very beautiful. It's so rare to have such energy and full edge blue, something like all these. I'm like, bro. I'm like, who the fuck are these? All these people, and like, she'll drop a track, and Deadass get like 1,000 listens in a day, and I'm like, Mom, I don't know if you're gonna recognize this or not, but you like a little, you sound like you lit, Mom, you lit for real, like, you know what I mean, like they I don't know, you can sing, but whatever it is, they love it. Whatever it is, they love it. You know what I always say about my mom singing is that she sounds like a sample. You know how artists, want to sample a track. You know what I mean? She's like a living sample. Every time she sing on the track, it sounds like some shit that came out 40 years ago. You know what I mean? Some shit that like, but because of that, it sounds like old and like authentic. But like, but I don't know. They like, and I was like, Ma, you got a legitimate fan. And all of this is 3 days ago, 2 days. I'm looking at the time of these comments. All these shits just happened. All these comments. This is like I don't even know what song this is. What is this? Like, when did this song came out? 4 days ago. All right, it got 108 likes, 53 replays. Song, random song. I don't even know what this is. But I'm saying, I'm like, damn, Ma.
Imagine what? Imagine 100 people looking at you. Like, that's how I view views. Like,
yeah, for real. 100 people, like 100 people looking at it.
Or even comments. Imagine, like, man,
that's what I'm
saying. I gotta do something with that, man.
That's what I'm saying. I give it to him because I'm like, Ma, all of these views that I get, I don't got no comments like none of them comments, bro. And I've seen it several times. I'll be like, who are these people? 70 different, like. I don't think you. I literally don't think, even if you try to get some, I don't think you could pay people to like make all of these different. These are all unique comments. It's not like a copy and paste. Like, if it was the same thing, like great. I feel like, but now these are all unique, different comments. Like, I'm like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Ma, can you repost some of my shit?
See, like, I was doing
it's on SoundCloud. She wrecking me on SoundCloud.
See, and I wish I had the sense back then that I have now. It was like, bro, like what your mom was doing, I was doing that, but on Facebook though.
And one last thing, she showed me this. She was proud of it too. She showed me a check for $22 that she got from SoundCloud from her little monetary. She made $22. Right?
That's lit.
She was like,
hey,
they had to send me $22 because I'm getting these streets. I was like,
that's lit. Shout out moms.
No doubt. My mom dukes, man. Because I ain't monetized on none of my platforms. So she's made more money than me. Or I made more money as I've gotten hired like to shoot things as a videographer. I made money that way. But off of any of these platforms giving me money, no. God damn it. They want too goddamn much views, god damn it. But I've met girls that are monetized. I don't know. It's different for girls, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely.
So another question I have for you here is being independent, like what is that like as an artist? Like how did you like how do you attack? Because you say you had like a team, you got dancers, so you got a producer. So like you do have a lot of what a label would try to give to you. A label might be like, oh, you got dancers, but you got your own dancers. We have producers, you might have your own producers. Like you like how what do you feel like a label really has much to offer a modern artist for real?
No, they do. If you get the right, from what I've seen, if you get the right deal, it's gonna work out tremendous for you. But it's just labels become the middleman to the connections from what I've seen and what I've experienced. Like even with the last little label situation, Brody was telling me like, when you sign, we gonna have you sent to like these parties and be around these people and connect with these people. Like these people was fucking with like not to throw names out, they was fucking with like Dej Loaf. He was trying to get like around Jacquees. Like they'd like become the middleman to the connections. So they'd send you places or just whatever, just from what I've seen and experienced. But like
sometimes
if you get the right deal, most definitely like.
Sometimes it matters. Being in the room, getting in the room matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I got this one of my clients, and he doesn't pay me enough for what I do. He doesn't. He couldn't find a single videographer in the city to do what I do for him for the price that I do. He couldn't find anybody. I know that for a fact. It's impossible. But he has connected with some places that he has gotten me in some events doing. Now, I'm not getting paid fuck all for doing this event, but because I'm at this event, I met this cool ass lawyer dude, and I have a lawyer coming on my podcast.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
That's lit.
He's like a lawyer that would help you with like divorce parenting laws to help fathers get custody. You know what I mean? Because it was a fatherhood event, so it was like the exact lawyer that a father or a man would need.
So like even with like child support?
Yeah, child support, child custody, divorce, like anything dealing with a man and ending a relationship with a woman in that department of like that's the type of stuff that he does. You know what I mean? I met him at that event. You know what I mean? And I was doing interviews. I was interviewing all the vendors there, and I interviewed him. And after the interview, I was like, "Hey, I have a podcast. I would love to interview you. You know what I mean? If you're open for that." And he was totally down for it. You know what I mean? He was totally down for it. You know what I mean? So sometimes, but if I was never at that event, I was never meet that guy to get that interview.
Right.
If I was so worried about what I was getting paid for that event, that I wouldn't have done that event, that I wouldn't have had that opportunity. So sometimes, you know, not being so money hungry up front could help you get in some doors. You know what I mean? But with the record labels, the fact that that's what they trying to like. I suppose. I just remember the days when they was talking about artist development, when they would like try to have you get better as an artist. So like,
which they don't supply really no more. That's what I'm saying. They don't. Like even when I was songwriting for other artists, like that's on labels. They not doing that. No.
So it's like when they because like I've gotten better and I need to get better, but there's been times when for some weeks where I actively try to practice singing to try to get better at singing because I really suck at it. I really suck at it. Like on a scale from 1 to 10, if 10 is like Adele, you know what I mean, who is for some reason, I know it's crazy, but her album 19, that's the album I practice. I practice doing Adele album because some of her shit is so hard to sing. I'd be like, if I could sing anywhere close, if I could hit the note range to change, if I could try to do it, if I could get anywhere close to that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? So
but think about it like this too. Nowadays, you don't gotta be the best singer. You can literally just that little auto-tune.
Nah.
Because it's really like
it do help. I'm sure it do a little bit.
Because what I was taught is really about like your tone when you singing. Do you sound good like on this type of song?
Yeah.
Like how's your tone? Like Chris Brown has a tone. Adele has a tone.
Yeah.
Who else? Jasmine Sullivan is an amazing singer, but also has a tone. Like
she's one of my favorite vocalists, black female wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure. She be killing it. But me, that's another thing about, because, you know, unfortunately, when the podcast is fortunately singing, it seems to me, unfortunately, I have a bit of a deeper voice, a bit of a deeper register. And I feel like there's not a lot of artists in my register in modern day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. They like bullied all the deep voices out of singing. You know what I'm saying? It's like back in the day, it used to be all my type niggas, all Barry Manilow ass, Nat King Cole ass niggas. When you think about, that's why the best songs I sing best, the songs I sound best singing, I know it sounds crazy, Christmas songs. Because when you think about Christmas, all deeper voice niggas, Rudolph the Red Nose. I'm telling you,
like nigga Barry White.
I kill Christmas songs, nigga.
Like nigga Barry White was like. Oh baby, like that nigga was like, bro, that nigga,
bass
bro.
singing with that shit. Oh no, baby, like that's that. But that is old. It's like now younger dude is more of a higher, and I can only go up, so I could try, you know. So I be starved for inspiration for the deeper voice register today. You know what I mean? Always got to go back and do some Christmas song. I'm gonna release a Christmas album one day for no reason. I'm telling y'all, just because I know I could kill it. I know.
I'm trying to do some Christmas shit again this year, bro.
Because if you get a Christmas song popping, nigga, you eating forever. Right? Yeah. If you could just get one good Christmas song.
From what I learned with R&B artists, they try to aim for Christmas. Like you have to do something for Christmas, or you have to do something for Valentine's Day. Around them days, and I see why, but it's like
marketing,
like
and
you really try to get to that
and the annualness of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Mariah Carey get that nice "All I Want Is You" check every year.
She start man November 1st. That's Mariah's holiday.
The first time you hear the oh fuck, it's that time of year. So reaction to Diddy. The reason why I have this here as a question is like. As an artist trying to come up in the game, when you hear about the Diddy types and his element in the game, you know what I mean? Do you ever worry about these people coming to try to make you an over you can't refuse, you know? You know what I mean? It's like, sure, I'll give you $1 million if I do all of that, you know, just come to this party, you know? Well, once again, I feel like those guys would be worried about a guy like you. Like, I can't get him drunk. He won't take the drugs. How am I gonna get him loopy enough to do something compromising enough to get him to sign? To get him to
it ain't gonna happen. Nigga. You're not gonna get me.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna happen. Nigga. I'm not even gonna come outside. I'm just recording music. That's it. Like that's it. You ain't getting me, bro.
Oh my God. All right. So, being a clean artist, no drinking and no smoking. Let's talk about this. So this cannot have always been the case. All right, there's no way there has to be a time when a canoe was a little wavy, and you know what I'm saying, when a canoe was getting a little wavy, if you know what I'm saying.
All right, so I say this: when I was in high school, it was my time where like I did experience weed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I ain't ever do it.
Yeah.
But just as an artist, like as Känoë The Artist does not smoke, does not drink, does not.
It's not necessary for your artistry to be at the level it's at.
You know what I'm saying? Like I cannot be persuaded with this artistry. Like that's not what. You know what I'm saying? Like I do. That. So it's like, but as Terrell has tried, you know, weed.
Yeah.
I have drunk one time, but I've never been like drunk.
You never been drinking like
no.
At least
because anybody that know me, I don't drink pop. I don't drink pop or nothing. I drink water, juice, or tea, or sports drinks.
Yeah,
but it's like I don't drink like liquor.
Yeah,
like you're not gonna see me at the club with no shot of nothing. Like
liquor.
I drink water. Like. I be mad as hell when I gotta pay for water too. I be like, bro,
you be lit, but you be so. That's so rough. You know what I mean? That's so rough. All right, you ever tried mushrooms?
Hell no.
No.
Nah. I've tried edibles like the gummies.
Yeah.
But like I didn't like as I'm older now. Like I didn't really gain nothing but just being more goofy. Like my friends like that know me like as Terrell, like they've tried to like give me the smoke because they know how funny I am.
Yeah.
Like,
you probably be real goofy. You probably real funny. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it should be hilarious.
I woke up the next day and like I've sent like memes of a certain person to like like the same meme over like bro like I just be like bro this nigga ugly as fuck bro like if you just pay attention like bro just ugly like I'm that type of like person.
That's
like
funny.
So like, but I don't do that no more. But I just always been like that type of goofy person. So it's like, nah, like I don't do it no more though.
That's funny. So all right, so you ain't doing the drink. You ain't doing it. All right. So another question I have for you is the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now, how do you deal with what's your relationship with the ladies like? You know what I'm saying? Do you prefer them to know what you do or not know what you do?
I don't force my artistry on people. Like, I would prefer them to make a decision to, like my music or don't. But I always ask for like criticism, no matter who it is. Like, okay, why you don't like it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's important. Like, especially like if you trying to like, I don't care what nobody say. If women don't like your music, you are not good. Like, you're not good at all. I'm not about to perform in front. You don't want your like especially as a male artist, you don't want your crowd to be just niggas.
No, you don't.
So it's like females will tell you like, and like I'm not even gonna hold you like, even with doing merch and like just getting my whole mindset like to be like an entrepreneur, independent artist. This wave, it's always been like influenced by women. Like a woman told me like, you should start selling shirts. You should get your logo, put it on something. Mm-hmm. Because when you go to shows and you got to do shows with other artists, you can't just do a show and then not have something to give to people after you're done. Because it's like, if I do a shotgun show or a hole in the wall show and it's like 30 artists on this card, yeah, you might give a dope performance, but if you just shout out your social media, they're not going to remember that.
Yeah.
So it's like, a female told me, like, you need to create flyers. You need to create stickers. You need to create shirts
cards,
that you can just give and have a barcode on any of the shit that you give out so they can follow you because people like tangible shit. I just gave you a free shirt.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I made 100 of these and I go to a show, You gonna remember me either by my music or by what I gave you.
True.
But either way, it's gonna come back
It's
to
that
me,
connection. It's the connection to building that makes sense.
right?
That's good. That's good advice. That's smart.
So,
That's real smart.
Females like persuaded everything or influenced everything.
Oh my God. So like how can I put this? So is you trying to be focused, you know what I mean? Do you see women as an asset or a liability? You know what I mean? Do you think that they could help you? Or do you feel like they more distract you? What's been your experience as you trying to chase your goals, you trying to progress as an artist, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to do your independent art, you're trying to make it happen. What force has outside of your family, what force has women been in your life? Have they been a supportive force or a chaotic force?
I've had the best of both worlds. I've had relationships where it's just complete destruction. But then I've had way more relationships, like not even just like as a partner, but just like as like just people I meet, like women I meet on like the journey, like they've been more assets than anything. So it's like I said, like with me introducing merch into my artistry, a woman told me to do that.
Yeah.
Me like just putting out more, like me shaping the way I do music. A woman has been the help in that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you should make a song about this, or you should make a song about that. I ain't hear nobody make a song about this. Like the women are the most like creative thing.
Well, women,
like,
I do feel like women do like try to offer like the most like advice or like the most value to a degree. Like especially with because like even if like for podcast guests that I've had podcast guests that was dudes, and it was like their second time on a public cool. But I'm sharing the clips, and they don't even like they don't like the clip, and they don't share the clip themselves. And I'm like, this is a clip of you talking. You know what I mean? Why would you? And I look on your stories, you sharing the clip of another nigga talking, but you're not sharing the clip of you yourself talking. You know what I mean? Like, what's that? But at the shorties, they sharing their clip. You know, they liking their clip. You know what I mean? So the shorties is, you know, but the niggas is like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, so sometimes I don't know. Like, to some degree, I enjoy the bros conversation more. You know what I mean? But the views I get from the women, you know what I mean, and plus the way the women promote themselves a little more, you know what I mean, like makes you want to have more women on there. You know what I mean? But
like it's a woman's internet, bro. Like,
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a woman's internet.
It
like,
really is.
So if you don't have at least any type of influence of a woman in your background or anything, you're not gonna win.
Yeah, you need women on the play. You really do. You really, which is really crazy. It's really, although it's the craziest part. The craziest part is that this is why I don't understand, because I do really, because the internet is so visual and women are the beautiful ones. You know what I mean? It's kind of set up for them to win. You would think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the crazy part is that YouTube is a male run to the point where like most YouTube channels that are successful are run by men. It's the same thing with podcasts. Most successful podcasts are run by men. You know what I mean? Which is the great. Now, a lot of those men feature women constantly on their platform. You know what I mean? Because
they way more detailed, bro. Like it's,
you know what I mean. So
saying?
they still. I'm not saying that they're not still using the women on camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Strategically to try to boost their obviously. but my answer to that, because it's the truth. Because men, you know, with the youth, it's the truth for whatever reason. I think it's because of the emotional turmoil that being a content creator or building a platform or thing does to you. Like, you spent money on that equipment, you went hard, you got 100 views on that. You got 100 views. That's like an emotional punch in the gut. You know what I mean? I know some people that want to just delete that episode, pretend it didn't happen.
No, for real.
You know
Like, I done made posts where I was like, no, I'm about to take this down. This look ass. I look pitiful in this shit, man. Like, nah, take that shit down.
Yeah, man.
But then also, a woman has encouraged me, like, look, you got to keep posting. You got to keep producing music. Like, a woman got me on the schedule of releasing like 2 singles a month now.
Yeah.
Now I release 2 singles a month. I just released this week.
That's good.
So no label, go stream it.
That's some shit a label would do to you. But like to try to put you on a schedule, put you on a content release strategy. That's what it is, content strategy.
Because she was telling me like, look, you really want to release music aside from an industry schedule, why would you release music on a Friday and everybody drop on a Friday? Why would you want to release music on an industry schedule, as in one song, maybe a couple months?
Exactly.
A woman made me realize the level I was at. And it gave me a whole new different potential of how I view like
and
everything.
how you gotta push and post and how you gotta, you know what I mean? Like it is true. It is true. You know what I mean? I haven't done it as much as I need to, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to this guy named Gary V. You know what I mean? He be talking about how to grow your shit. You know what I mean? He be like, you gotta post 10 times a day. I'm like, listen, niggas.
Like that's not even, and then a woman told me like, that's not even how you do that.
I'm not even about to post 10 times a day, dog.
Imagine seeing a nigga 10 times a day. Like, I don't want to see you no more.
Yeah. Exactly. That's crazy. I can't do that. I don't think I got that in me, man. I could do that for like a week, maybe. But like, how long you want me to? That's nuts. That's nuts. You know,
Woman told me like, nah, you post one every 3-4 days. If it's been more than 4 days, then you need to make a post.
Yeah, you know, you should for sure. You know what I mean?
She was like, don't do that everyday shit, because I don't even want to look at you every day.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's nuts. Every day is hard to do. Every day, even every day, once a day is hard to do. You know what I mean? But I give y'all a break. I just give y'all my voice. Like, you don't got to see a nigga. Y'all can see different. You see different shit. If it was just me popping up every day, like, hey, nigga, like, ridiculous, nigga. Get out of here. Who manages this? Get him out of here. All right. So, what do you think is the biggest challenge in modern dating?
I think the biggest challenge today, I would just say, honestly, I don't know. It's just I really think it's because me personally, I haven't really had a hard time dating. That's why I don't really talk about like my like dating life on like social media.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the biggest challenge, at least from what I see, is just what people put on the internet. Because it's like people would say like social media is the problem. No, what people put on the internet is the problem. And what people like, just because like people need to understand like not all advice is good advice. And it's like, it's what works for you. You could say like a woman will come on social media and be like, a man's supposed to have this, and this. And then a man will counter that. But it's like, why am I listening to both y'all and both y'all unhappy?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do what's right for me.
Yeah, we're doing what works for you.
You know what I'm saying? Which I would encourage everybody to do.
Yeah.
But it's just like to a point where it's like, bro, like the stories that get brought to the internet should never be on the internet. Like,
yeah.
I'm never gonna tell this. I'm never gonna tell a story about like which female I had a problem with, and
I would never do that. But like, listen, as a person who has edited and dropped like 1,200 original different clips, you know what I mean? Like, I hate what the internet responds to. It pisses me off. If I was just doing if I was just listening to the internet and just doing like, well, whatever gets more views, let's do that. If I was thinking like that, then my content would have went rated R X XXX. I would have went completely off the rails
because you gain a perception of that too.
Yeah, because exactly. Cause I don't want. But the stuff y'all like the clip that got 60,000 views, the most views I ever got on a TikTok clip. I couldn't even tell my mama what that. I couldn't even tell my mama what that clip is about. A blown out vagina. It's about that clip is about me experiencing a pussy that had no walls inside of it.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what
man.
I mean? And
that's crazy,
and that's the but that's the clip that got 60,000 views. And I'm like, I could never look my. I can't show it. I could never look my mom in the face and show that video. I can't. It's my most. So thank y'all for my most successful video. I can't show nobody.
It's so exactly
it's so
like
crazy shit. All the clips I put out. That's what y'all gotta like. That's what y'all gotta like. I hate y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? I hate y'all. That's what y'all gotta go for. Like, it's crazy. I don't want to do it like I gotta do all them clips about. All clips gotta be about that. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. Y'all nuts. Y'all nasty work.
Cause like even with like get posted on the internet too, is like now you got people that even don't even be on social media getting influenced by the perception of what gets put on the internet. Cause it's like, I don't know. It's like a lot of like misconceptions is getting promoted about just us as black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be liking looking at all that. So like, I be like delete. Like, if I see something that go viral and it's full of bullshit, I click on it, especially on Instagram. I done did it like 20 times.
Yeah. Not
Why am I seeing this
interested.
ad? Why am I seeing this shit?
Yeah.
Uninterested.
Uninterested.
See too much of it.
Yep.
I do that shit like because I don't like.
Yep.
It's way more good than what bad happens. It's just the bad shit get like emphasized.
It just
like,
gets emphasized so much. You know what I mean? And like, it just blows my mind, man. And like, and I got family members that I got an uncle in particular. I swear to God, he only likes my clips when it's some like slight sexual shit or some slight innuendo type shit. Now he want to come and like the clip. But my other Instagram for my business, like the workshop I do, is like men's mentoring with young boys and shit. You know what I mean? And I be making these clips and shit. You ain't not no one want to come like my wholesome content. I got nice and motivational to the kids, doing it for the kid. No, y'all don't want to like that. Yeah. None of y'all uncles want to come up and like this shit. But if it's a protest with bitches with their titties out for some reason, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, now you want to get everyone saw that clip. I'm sorry, bro. That shit got me
crazy.
so mad, bro. Because
I was like,
I had niggas that never liked my clip ever liking that post, and I'm like, y'all niggas suck, bro. All the clips I make, y'all niggas never pull up, but one clip, the bitch titties out. Here y'all come, nigga. God.
But
damn.
you know what's crazy? I'm surprised anybody that posted that shit ain't get flagged.
Yeah, that's
I was
what
like,
it was like titties
ain't
out
you-
Instagram. Yeah.
Why this shit ain't took down?
Yeah.
What the fuck? This is all titties right here. Like, bruh, like, what the fuck? What's going on? I'm like, oh, y'all want to see that?
Yeah,
Y'all think,
exactly.
Like, that's what I was like. Y'all niggas picking and choosing.
Exactly. Yeah. Because you done copyright that. Take down my shit, and they got all titties out. It's fine though, no problem. But when I do something, y'all ready? You like whatever. If I say nothing about the jab, I ain't even gonna talk about it. Whatever.
Oh, bro.
It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the amount of people that came up on that post, I was so pissed. I'm like, yeah, of course, with the titties out, here y'all come. All the mother posts, I ain't gonna. And like I said, the internet. If I listen to y'all niggas, if I just do what y'all liking and go like, y'all would, my whole brain would take a whole left turn,
Bruh.
a whole left turn. So I gotta, y'all pissed me off with that. Pissed me off so bad. So. What's one of your deal breakers when you're dealing with a shorty? What's one of your deal breakers?
Smell. You can't stink at all. You can't stink. You can't have breath. Can't have bad breath. You can't just, bro. I would expect you to smell. If I don't smell your face on a regular, bro, like, I smell my female's face, bro. I know that's kind of weird, but it's just, you just gotta smell good. Like, I'm so addicted to smell. Like, just how, like, even, like, for us as men, like, you gotta wear cologne and all that shit. Like, if you don't, like, even with men, like, if you don't smell good without cologne, nigga, you don't smell good. Bro.
Yeah.
Go fix that. You have a problem. Like, if I don't put on deodorant and I can't go like this, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I took a to be good.
Bro, it's a problem. But like,
together, dog.
With females, like, bro, like, my biggest deal breaker is just
smell. I can't
smell
on that.
and then mindset.
Mindset is the reason why I broke it, because it wasn't because of smell. Because I'll give it to her. For whatever reason, bro, her pussy, her shit never stunk. Never, she was never stinky. Like, she was never stinky. Her attitude, I wish her attitude was not as stinky. You know what I'm saying? But,
Right.
But I remember one time, bro, she worked like a 10-hour shift, and I was trying to smell some funkiness on purpose, right? So when she came in, you know what I mean? I pulled down the pants on purpose. And I ain't smell nothing. Like, you just worked 10 hours all day. You know what I mean? Running around here is nothing. Just fucking fine.
Nah, because
you know what I mean? I was like, that's
that
crazy.
mean she freshened up in between that shit.
Yeah, I don't know how, but she was always, I was with her for 5-6 years, man. Never, not one day, never, not once was shit not smelling right. And I was just like, that's
proper kitty management.
That's amazing.
That's what's supposed to happen.
You know
That's
what I mean?
proper coochie management.
But her mindset was killing me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in depression as a diagnosis. You know what I mean? I believe you can be experiencing depression. I believe you can go through depression. But I don't believe in causeless, like cause-free depression.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And my mindset is that depression is a sign that you need self-improvement in some category. You know what I mean? To me, self-improvement is how you escape from depression. The fact that a doctor would look a fat person in the face and say, you have diagnosed with depression, why are you acting like if they weren't in better shape, they would be less depressed? Why are you lying straight to their face and acting like them being fat got nothing to do with them being depressed? Are you kidding me? Like, why are you lying straight to the? Why you lie? Why?
But sometimes it do
why
be
you
like,
lie?
I feel like sometimes in some instances it do be that.
Or like I said, self-improvement. So it could be like, maybe the self-improvement is needed in your financial space.
Right.
Maybe if your living situation was better, you need to improve that. Or maybe you had an argument with your mom or your uncle and you need to go improve that relationship. You know what I mean? Maybe your diet is fucked up or your stomach hurts. You need to improve your diet. So regardless of what is, like, find out what's causing your depression, and self-improvement in whatever category that is in will probably lead to an alleviation of your depression. You know what I mean? But to just be like, I'm depressed. I'm like what I always used to tell her is like, I forgot where I got it from somewhere, I think. Whatever, I always used to tell her is that you're the sky. Like, you identify as the sky. All right? Not as whatever rain cloud or whatever overcast is currently blocking out the sky. Don't identify with the rain cloud. Identify with the sky. All right? The sky always gonna come back out and shine because it's the sky. It's just a cloud. It's a rainy day. It's an overcast. It's a storm. You know what I mean? But however, you are the sky, not the weather that's passing through it. You know what I mean? So, but you were like, no, I am depressed. I nothing I can do, or something like that. I'd be like, or she had like IBS, right? So her stomach would always be hurting. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, well, you haven't exactly explored every type of diet, you know what I mean, to see if there's a diet that maybe will work better with your stomach that'll make you have no pain. You know, did you try gluten-free? Did you try vegetarian? Did you try pescatarian? Did you try juicing more? Did you try cutting back on carbs? Did you try, like, there's different diets you could try. You're just eating whatever you want, and you mad your body don't like it.
But even with that though, like, even I can kind of see, like, even with that, it's like sometimes people don't be having either the information or the articulation to their problems.
Yeah.
So it's like, prime example, like, people would assume that I've always been dancing my entire life. Like, it's not the case when I go back to Ohio. There's not really a lot of dance scenes. There's not any dance scene in Toledo at all. So I'm the only one that's dancing. Imagine if I still would have been the only one dancing in Toledo. Imagine if I stayed in Toledo and just kept, you know what I'm saying, doing that. I would have never found who I found in Detroit or Cleveland. Like, you have to seek options like that.
There's more dancing in Detroit than
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then, like, you see the hustle, then you see the actual like I know some of the Jit Masters, like I know like the Crump scene, shout out Dirty Glove. I know some like choreo. Like, I started seeing a whole lot of shit. I was like, oh, where the fuck this been at my whole life? So it's like, sometimes, like, in that prime example, is like, I didn't step out and see, because I was depressed even in that time. Like, just off dancing, because I was like, bro, I don't got no mentors to teach me how to dance. I don't know nobody. I don't know nothing. So, like, all this depression started sinking in. But then I opened my phone and was like, all right, let me try to find something. Went right on Instagram and seen, like, oh, there is a dance scene. And they're only like 45 minutes away. Let me go see about them.
Yeah.
So at that point, I exposed myself to the information. And then, like, all of that depression went away.
I feel you on that a lot because that's all right. Because one thing that I was thinking about with my content, right, as far as trying to, because I'm not going the route y'all on with the titties and stuff, whatever. The other part that works is comedy for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like, last year, like, this whole comedy voiceover things I've been doing a lot more this year. But last year, I only did it like 20 times, all right? But like, what I did last year is that what clips got the most views all in 2024. Let's look at the top 20 clips of 2024 and let's see what people like the most, what got the most views. And for whatever reason, like 4 of those voiceover clips I did last year got like 10,000 a piece, because I was like, they seem to like this comedy thing. You know what I mean? All right, I have no intentions of being a comedian. That was not what I set out to do. You know what I mean? I like the podcast, want to be an actor. You know what I mean? I like doing music. You know what I mean? I like capturing shit. I would love to do some like photography, videography. Like, I want to make a movie. I got one movie. I got 2 movie ideas, but one solid one. One that is like thought out, almost beginning to end. Like, I can almost see the scenes in my mind. Like, I got like one video, like I got like fully mapped. Movie. You know what I mean? But being a comedian, not something I ever particularly thought of wanting to do. You know what I mean? But seeing how much the views the comedy gets, I was like, hey man, it's I can't do the salacious stuff. At least comedy would be making people laugh. It's still positive. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I could sort of get behind that. You know what I mean? That doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, but then I'm like, all right, I could do comedy as far as like voiceovers or like maybe I'm working on some skits. But I'm like, stand up comedy is like the top of comedy in my mind. Like that's like and there's like not a lot. I know a couple comics that want to be comics. They're real comics. I'm not considering myself until I write a fucking joke. All right, and go up on stage and try to do a joke. I'm not gonna call myself a comedian. I'm not. I made some funny videos until I stand up there and go because Joe Rogan is one of my favorite people ever.
Oh yeah, I love
as
his
far
podcast.
as podcasts. You know, he's one of the first podcasts I listened to, and he's taught me so much about the game of comedy and how hard it is to do. And like, I've heard so many comedians talk about bombing. They said if you're a comedian, you're not a comedian until you've gone up on stage, bombed, and then came back to do it again. You know what I mean? Because they said apparently that makes a lot of comedians quit. A lot of comedians quit after they first bombing. And they said all the best comedians still bomb. Like Dave Chappelle still bomb. Fucking Chris Rock will still, but like get up on stage. They say it sucks really, really bad. I mean,
man, I can't see Dave Chappelle bombing. I ain't finna hold you because Dave Chappelle has gotten to the point with his artistry and comedy, to me, where he don't even got to tell a joke. I could just listen to him talk.
Yeah,
like for real. Like I don't even. He could do a whole special right now. I don't have to laugh to watch Dave Chappelle. I could just watch Dave Chappelle talk on the mic.
Yeah, nah, he's
like,
nice.
His storytelling is amazing.
It is,
especially when the George Floyd incident came out and he did that special. I was like, I don't even gotta laugh.
Dave Chappelle is he's a special case. Maybe he's a special case. You know what I'm saying? But that apparently it makes you feel like God, like no one laughing. I know like that silence be hurt. He said that silence. You make a joke, niggas just looking. Ow. Like that shit. Like that shit appear like until I know what that feel like, you know what I mean? Like I ain't trying to call myself because apparently that shit sucks. But you know something that's crazy about comedians, which always bugs me out. You would think these are happy people. First of all, celebrities in general have a low mortality rate versus regular people. You know what I mean? For something about that celebrity shit, you most likely end up dying sooner than your non-famous counterpart. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. But of all the jobs in entertainment, why do comedians have the highest suicide rate? What is that about? Why do comedians have the highest suicide rate out of all the between actors, rappers, singers, all the entertainment? The niggas that make niggas laugh and should be the most happy have the highest suicide rate. That's crazy. There's comedians. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
That bugged me out. And I was like, what is it about the mindset? What is it about that it's like, I don't know. It just bugs me. So I really wonder about comedians sometimes. They're an interesting group.
If I had to guess though, it would probably be because like that's really one of the rawest art forms, like speaking art forms. Like you have to go on stage, no music, no nothing.
Microphone.
Make me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
Cause it's easy to get on stage and rap. It's easy to get on stage and sing a song. You know, but to tell a joke and tell a story and memorize all of what you're doing, and then you still gotta worry about your delivery of these jokes on the spot. Man.
You know something else comedians had told me about? I mean that talked about listening to them versus music artists. They said, if you're a music artist, right, and you make a track that everyone loves, you know what I mean? You get to perform that track like the rest of your life. Like Nelly could do is getting hot in here at a performance for that he's good to go.
Yeah, it's over.
He's like, as a comedian, you make a great joke, a great special. The moment you make a special and it's done, that joke is burnt. You can't tell it no more.
Nope.
So the moment you come out with some hit, it's great. Can't tell it no more. It's burnt. It's done. You know, so you got to continuously. Artists come out with a hit, he get to live that hit. He get to live on that hit a little bit. He come out with a couple, he can stack those up. Your special as soon as it's done, it's done. It's done.
I've seen.
You can't retell that joke. You can't. Once you tell a joke once, it's done. That's
especially like if you. I could see that too because it's like especially if you're a small comedian because you play it for one crowd and think the other crowd ain't gonna hear it, but then you gonna have somebody from that crowd be like, no, you told that joke there.
That's why.
Don't
That's
do
why
that.
comedians be having the phones away from the audience. You can't. That's why there's been a lot of them take the phones out of the audience because what they'll do is they'll build the special, then they'll tour the special, and then they'll release the special on Netflix. Because if I release the special on Netflix first, and all y'all gonna watch the shit, then what y'all gonna see on the tour? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That y'all gonna show up. Oh, we seen this special show up to the tour. Hear the same jokes. What the fuck? So the comedians gotta do it in reverse, where artists drop the album 1st and then tour the album. You know what I mean? So comedians and artists it's like the opposite. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. You know what I mean? Because like it's probably very stressful. That's how they be very stressful. Those guys. You know what I mean? All right. So last couple questions here.
For sure.
Do you love America?
Do I love? That's a damn. Do I love America? I wouldn't say love, but it's alright. I mean, but I've learned a lot about America. Like, I ain't gonna lie, nah, I don't love America. I feel like in order for me to give you an answer to that question, I would have to experience other cultures and then come back. Like I would want to go and see what Europe is like. I would want to go and see what Asia is like. I would want to go see. Really, I would want to go see what Africa is like.
Yeah.
Cause one thing, even when I told the little label deal, I was like, bro, in order for me to make the best possible Afro beats music, bro, I need to go tour the land, bro. I've never been. I'm singing a style, which I'm good at. I'm singing a style that I haven't even toured where it's from.
Yeah, you gotta go to DeVito
and pay homage to the land,
you know
like, bro,
mean?
like
let the banana fall on you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, bro, like I need to go see about that land, bro, before I start. So it's like I would have to see all the rest of the continents and cultures.
I feel you on that
before I make an answer on that one. But so far, so
yeah. All right. So, do you ever want to get married?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Describe your wife.
Black. Most definitely off the rip. I can say that right now. Like I can't do no other. Like it has to be a black woman.
I feel that way too. But if it ever was gonna be something other than black, it'll probably be Spanish. But go ahead.
But it's I don't know. I just feel like I'm too like it's a familiarity with a black woman. It's like you understand what I mean when I say certain shit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel more comfortable with a black woman.
We on the same team.
Exactly. But if I could I couldn't even describe it all the way. One is most definitely a black woman. That's
a good smelling black woman.
Good smelling black woman. Good mindset black woman.
A black woman that smells good with a good mindset.
She got to be somebody that I can just like. She doesn't have to be my piece, but when I come to her, I should be able to relax. I should be able to. I can let my guard down.
Yeah.
If I can't do that around her, that's the biggest thing, cause especially what we go out and deal with every day.
Well, one of the things how I described it is that like, my day job is like a battlefield. You know what I mean? I gotta watch for the managers, gotta watch for the weird snitching coworkers, gotta watch for this and that. You know what I mean?
That snitching coworkers shit.
The content creation on social media is a battlefield. You gotta watch for the damn content copyright strikes coming for you.
Nah, for
a whole bunch of shit coming for you. That shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a battlefield. You know what I mean? Like I don't want my home to be a battlefield.
Facts.
I would like my home to be where I leave the battlefield to recover from the battle, to go back to battle when I leave home. You know what I mean? I can't step into my house and it be another battlefield.
Nah, for real.
Jesus Christ, when the fuck do I get to relax as a warrior? Shit, everything's a motherfucking fight. Goddamn, I gotta fight. Everywhere I step in the house, I gotta fight everything. Goddamn. Someone's going down, all right? Someone's going down. You know what I mean? So yeah, my home can't be a battlefield. You know what I mean? But I respect that. You know what I mean? So look, damn, I guess that can't work. My last 2 questions. All right, fuck it. If you had to give your 20-year-old self advice, what would you tell him?
Well, I'm 26 now, so I could definitely answer this. I would say, because I say this is the biggest lesson. Really know who you are. Know your potential, like fully, like experience, like invest in yourself now. Like, if I could say that to me being 20 years old, like, bro, like, if you're going to do music, what you are going to dive into, like, really pay attention to what you're getting into and really, like, understand the type of talent you possess and really just invest in yourself, and then everybody going to come to you.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that I'm starting now, which I should have been doing, I should have been doing that shit, man.
I feel you on that. Out of the story of my life, I should have been. That's very good advice. Very, very good advice. You know what I'm saying? And hey, listen, I'm a living. I tell you something. They said this. All right.
Mm.
And I tested it out. They said if you build it, they will come.
Exactly. I see you say that in your story one time. He was like, if you build it, they will come.
You know what I mean? Listen, I could have bought Jordans. I could have bought instead a $1,200 laptop, $700 audio interface, $100 mega piece, $800 camera, the course, this, that, the thing, that, to learn how to do it, to get it, to edit it, you build it. You build it.
Man,
you might get a talented ass brother to come.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Cause then you start thinking like, man, like, wait a minute. Cause as you get more into your shit, you realize like, everybody going to that person. Man, I got the same information that nigga got.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my ideas work better.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fuck y'all. Like, let me do this shit. Exactly. It become easier when you start investing in your own shit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's like, oh, that's what y'all niggas been doing.
Yeah.
That's what y'all see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a dope one. So every episode's a time capsule. I thank you for coming here, man. I hope you live a very, very, very long life. You know what I mean? If for some reason you talking your shit when you 85, you know what I mean? Yo, I was the shit, nigga. Like, I've been working, you know, I've been out here in these streets, man. I've been putting in work. Yo, I even did this bum ass nigga podcast way back in the day. Way back in the day. It's over there in 4K. It's somewhere online, you know what I mean? So if you for some reason would pull this episode up talking shit, what is a message you want to have for yourself as 85 years old watching this episode back? What do you want to say to yourself, your future 85-year-old self?
This was the moment that everything started. You understand it now, nigga. This was this moment right here. You pulling out and having this merch, becoming a brand for yourself. This was the moment that everything changed.
I love that.
This was the moment right here.
I love that. All right, let me get the. Oh, that's awesome. All right, man. Well, listen, there's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose to be with me. When in doubt, use calm honesty to express your vision. But most of all, thanks for listening.
For sure.